Hey Canucks fans, let's make this an Elias Pettersson appreciation vlog. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, August the 26th. This is regular Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Thanks to everyone who joined me for my live stream last night. Bit of a crazy night for me. I was bowling because it was Tuesday night. Did really well, thanks for asking. I actually came in second in my division. I cashed 172 average, which is pretty good for me. Then that was only bettered by the fact that the Canucks beat the Vegas Golden Knights 5-2 in game 2, evening up their best of 7 series at 1 game apiece. So I finished bowling, the game was on at the bowling alley, of course. We made them put it on, and I got to see the goals, but basically that's it. I didn't get to hear in the commentary. Came home, did my live stream. The people on the live stream made me watch a 5-minute highlight video, so I did an impromptu reaction video on my live stream. That was kind of cool. Then we talked about the game. Then I turned off my computer and my phone, and then I watched the game its entirety last night. So I could finally see what people were talking about, especially the brilliance of Elias Pettersson. We'll get to him in a second. A couple other things. Obviously, we're using the word relentless to describe the Vegas Golden Knights in game 1. I'd say for game 2 for the Vancouver Canucks, it was resilience. I thought they were great. I thought they stood up to the Vegas Golden Knights, and the battle level, the compete level was amazing. 40 block shots. I believe that's a playoff record. 40 block shots in one game. That is crazy. That's absolutely crazy. You do the math, obviously, that's about 13 or 14 block shots a period. You'd say that's a block shot every, a minute and a quarter, a minute and a half. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. And it speaks to the courage and the desire of all Canucks players, forwards blocking shots, defensemen obviously blocking shots, everyone blocking shots. Very, very impressive. A couple other stat things. Vancouver dominated the faceoff circle once again. Again, 66-34, so winning 2/3 of the faceoffs. And the hits a little less. It wasn't like 50-43, but it was still 38-31 for Vegas. So Vegas had the lead in hits, but not by a wide margin. But the block shots really stick out to me. Jacob Markstrom was good. Can't fault him on any of the 2 goals. One was a power play, 6-on-4, the late one. The other one was a bang-bang play from Waugh to Tuck, which is fine. They sure love doing that alley-oop play through the neutral zone, don't they? And especially against Tanev and Hughes, unfortunately. But so many good performances for the Vancouver Canucks. Tyler Toffoli, impact 9 seconds into his first shift, a minute and a half into the game, going straight to where he needs to go, right beside the net, and putting the puck past Robin Lehner on a beautiful pass by PD. We'll get to that in a second. And then, Toffoli had a great game with 1 goal and 2 assists. Bo Horvat doing captain-type things, another 2 goals. And, what can you say about him? What we can say about Bo Horvat is he leads the league right now in postseason goals, not playoff goals, because you got to count the first round as well, which was postseason, not playoffs. So in the postseason, actually, Horvat has the most goals in the league with 8 in the postseason, followed by Pavelski and McKinnon with 7. So great job for Horvat. And, I really like that line of Horvat, Besser, and Miller. It's fast enough with Horvat and Miller. It's big enough with all 3 of them. And it's obviously talented enough. And I really like Pettersson playing between the 2 former LA Kings champions, the Pearson and Toffoli. You guys know this, when it was Pettersson between Pearson and Eriksson, I didn't like it, and I felt actually bad for Pettersson, mostly because of Eriksson, obviously. But Pettersson between Toffoli and Pearson sounds really good. It looks really good, and there's a lot of skill on that line. And Toffoli and Pearson are heavier players as well. So, the top 6, the 2 top lines of the Canucks, when they're spread out like that, Horvat between Miller and Brock, and then Pettersson between Pearson and Toffoli. A, it sounds so much stronger than when Eriksson's in there. And B, there's nice balance. There's speed on both lines, there's skill on both lines, and there's size on both lines. So what'll be fascinating to see is what Travis Green does with those lines and how he uses them when he has the last change for games 3 and 4. Speaking of Horvat, I said that he's leading the league in goals right now. When you go to assists, Pettersson has 11, tied with Heiskanen and McKinnon on top, and then Quinn Hughes has 10, tied with Gabriel Landeskog. So we have Petey and Hughes up top as when it comes to assists. You have Horvat up top when it comes to goals. And then when it comes to points overall, only Nathan McKinnon has more postseason points than Elias Pettersson right now. McKinnon has 18 and Pettersson has 16. So let's talk about Pettersson's game last night. So good. And I tweeted this morning, You know, we did, I keep talking about it because I love my videos so much. Kind of sounds braggy, but you can love your own videos, right? We did Bruno Mars Finesse. We did it about Quinn Hughes and Elias Pettersson. And Pettersson basically did what we sang about. In fact, one of the verses is, slow it down for me, Petey. I love the way you deke on the ice, breaking ankles whenever you have the puck. Nothing can stop you tonight. And that's what he did last night. All 3 points that he had, he kind of showed his brilliance. The first goal, just a minute and a half in, how he beat 2 Vegas Golden Knights down the left side, then comes around the net, and a beautiful pass to somehow wide open to Foley, even though Martinez was on him like a second earlier. So that was a really nice play by Pettersson. And then the second goal, he had a second assist. He got it down to Foley, who got it up to Horvat for that second goal. So a second assist, but still, Pettersson had to get that play going. And then the third goal, wow. Off the face-off in the offensive zone. He wins the face-off, then he peels off, loses Carlson, goes to the slot. Give Edler credit. Really nice pass from Edler. But then Pettersson gets it on his forehand, fakes going right, has Leonard going then to his left, Leonard's left, and then he brings it back and still puts it in on the forehand. Still on his good side, not even his backhand, on his forehand in the open net on Leonard's right. Such a beautiful move, and it just shows his confidence, his skill, his hands, his intelligence to curl away and get to that soft part of the ice. Again, a beautiful pass by Edler, and that was a huge goal. It ended up being the game-winning goal for the Vancouver Canucks. A couple other things you noticed about Pettersson. It was funny when I can't remember who lost his glove in a battle with Pettersson, or basically a collision with Pettersson in front of the Golden Knights bench. And instead of chucking the glove away or dropping it, Pettersson actually chucked the glove back to the Vegas Golden Knights player. So a nice show of sportsmanship there. And you could see that they were trying to, despite how nice Pettersson is, they were trying to run him a little bit near the end of the game. But you always keep your fingers crossed and you hold your breath. But Pettersson is smart enough, is durable enough, is Gumby-like enough where he can bend and twist out a lot of those collisions. So overall, a great game by Pettersson with 3 points. A great game for Toffoli with 3 points in his return. A great game by the captain, Horvat, with 2 points. And Markstrom, once again, keeping us in the game. We're seeing a trend that the Vegas Golden Knights are out shooting the Vancouver Canucks. I think the St. Louis Blues outshot the Vancouver Canucks. The Minnesota Wild outshot the Vancouver Canucks. It's simply what happens, but it's where those shots are coming from. If they're coming from the outside, and if Markstrom can see it generally, he will stop it. So, yeah, that second period was a little lopsided in the Vegas Golden Knights' favor, but the Canucks still came out of that period ahead 2 goals, 3-1. So it was all for naught. And that's kind of demoralizing if you're the Knights, right? So now I'd say the pressure is more on them than it is on the Canucks. Series tied at 1 apiece. All right, Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Question of the day is who was the standout player to you last night? Was it Pettersson with 3 points? Was it Toffoli with 3? Was it Horvat with 2 goals? Or was it Jacob Markstrom in net? Another solid 2-goal outing for him. I think you can't go wrong with any of those 4 guys. I spent most of this vlog talking about Pettersson, but I would love to know if you thought another player was just as strong as him for the Canucks last night. So game 3 is tomorrow night, same time, 6:45 puck drop. I'll be watching the game from Whistler. I'll be there with my lovely wife Gail, and then I'll be doing a live stream, hopefully, as long as there's decent Wi-Fi, from the hotel in Whistler tomorrow night. But leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.